Hey, my queens. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I pray that each of you have had a blessed, safe day, that your evening is going well, your morning is going well, wherever you are in the world. It does not matter, that everything is going well with you. And even if it's not, you're watching this video or you're just letting it play in your ears, you're under the sound of my voice. You are a blessing. You are a miracle, because guess what? You made it to a brand new night, a brand new morning, evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is in the world. That's a blessing. If this is your first time tuning into my YouTube channel, my name is Candace E. Brown. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a podcaster. I'm also a YouTuber, and I'm also a single mother of two beautiful and wonderful children. And what I do mindset coaching for women to help them to get that self-love and that self-confidence back. Or if you have never had self-love or self-confidence, I help you get that, because ladies, let me tell you something. You are a queen, okay? You are royalty. It is your birthright, okay? I don't care what nobody has said about you, what you thought about yourself, your past. It does not matter. You are still a queen. I don't even care what your profession is, okay? You could be a boss lady. You could be the cleanup lady and housekeeper. It don't matter. It don't matter. You still a queen, baby. And you better walk like the queen you were called to be, okay? So now that we got that little housekeeping out the way, I want to share a little something with y'all. I was scrolling on my Instagram today, and I was looking at some of my old pictures. You know, sometimes it's okay to look back at some things, especially when you done changed and you done came a long way. You're not the person that you used to be. And I came across one of my posts. I'm like, I wrote that. I wrote that. Okay. And I'm gonna read it to y'all. So here it is. This is what I typed. Excuse me. This is what the old Candace typed, because the new Queen Bee right here, new Candace B, I ain't typed that, okay? But let me tell you what the old Candace said. She said, y'all forgive my air fryer going back there. I had to give me a little something to eat, you know. Gotta put this work in, okay? One day, someone will appreciate a good woman. A woman who is not afraid to love her man. A woman who is not afraid to make her man happy. A woman who is not afraid of doing whatever it takes to please her man. A woman who is not afraid to be submissive because she is afraid of losing him. And then y'all had sad faces down here. And I'm putting it in the video so y'all can see this. But as I look at this picture, y'all, I'm smiling. But on the inside, I was crying and hurting. And at that time in my life, I knew how to mask things really, really, really well. But when I read this today, I said, who in the world wrote what kind of foolishness this is? Who this? What is this? Y'all, in that statement, it ain't nothing but depression, don't love yourself, and the recipe of run all over me, the recipe of how to get treated like a doormat. Okay? That's just what that recipe is. This treat me like a doormat. Because the only thing I heard out of the statement is a word about a man. How he feel. Okay, how I could take care of him, how I could do this, how I could do that. And y'all, that used to be me. I'm gonna be the first to raise my hand. I testify real, because that was me. I let a man treat me like a straight doormat. Walked all over me, talked to me in a kind of way, just anything, everything. Cheat on me, it didn't matter. I sit up there crying for a little while or whatever, and then, you know, he sit up there and boo-hoo and cry, talking about he love me. I let him right on back in the door. Got cheated on numerous times, you know. It's because I didn't have no self-love. I didn't love myself. I did not love myself. I didn't love the way I looked. People would tell me I look beautiful. I didn't see it. People would tell me I had a beautiful smile. I didn't see it. People would say, "Oh, girl, you got a neat shape." Still didn't see that. I didn't see none of that stuff. I felt like I was ugly, overweight, didn't have a beautiful smile, just nothing good to say about myself. I didn't love myself. And I felt like I needed a man to define me. I felt like I needed a man to love me. I felt like I needed a man to take care of me. I felt like I needed a man just for everything. I basically had made a man my God. It was my man, my family, which include my kids, friends, God, then me. And I'm just gonna be honest, because that's just how it was. God was way down the list. And and because God was down the list, that's why my life was in such a turmoil. And that's why it was just pure hell. Okay, I'm not cursing, but that's just what it was to me. You know, sitting there not loving you, and how I used to hear people would say things like, "I love myself, I ain't gotta have no man, and I just love being me, and I just love me." I'm like, well, how can you love you and you ain't got no man? Your man is your everything. Your man is your all. And that's the mindset I had. I had a broken mindset, y'all. And let me tell you why I had this broken mindset. God had to take me back to my grandmother. My grandmother on my mother's side. My grandmother had my uncle, my aunt, my mother, and my other aunt. She was the baby. My grandmother had 4 kids. And I think if I'm not mistaken, my grandmother had 1, 2, my grandmother had 3 baby daddies. And my grandmother was married to one. They didn't make it. So my grandmother had to work hard. You know, she worked all her life, worked 30 years at the hospital as a CNA. Dedicated her life to the hospital. And then God had to take me on a journey with my own mama. My mama worked. My mama had baby daddy. But she did not marry my dad until at least a few months before she passed. My parents had been together 30-some years, off and on 30-some years. And the more God took me to that, and then I look at my own life, y'all. You know, sometimes God have to take you on a journey. He have to take you back in time sometimes, and you have to have that relationship with Him. Okay? And He takes you back and He shows you things of why things happened the way they did. So basically it was a trend started. Not necessarily I would say a trend, but a generational curse. To where the women in my family, we always put our men first. And our men be first, and what our men do, they fail us. Because there were times that I could think back when my mama would do things because she loved my dad so much that it would cost her happiness. And for a lot of years, it did cost her happiness. It cost her happiness. Okay? It did. It cost her happiness. It cost her a lot of things that I really felt like she deserved more. And I'm not bashing my daddy, y'all. I'm not bashing him. You know, I love my daddy and everything. But sometimes we don't understand why God be trying to pull people out of our life, and he be trying to get us to a certain point in our lives. It's at first it's kind of confusing. And the same thing that happened with my mom was the same thing that was happening with me. I just did everything about my man. I was all about my man. You supposed to cook for your man. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. Do this and do that. I basically fell in her footsteps. Yeah, I basically fell in her footsteps because for a long time my mom and daddy were married. So basically she was performing wifely duties without a ring. Same thing I did. Same thing we do, ladies. We perform wifely duties without even having a title. Half of us ain't even got no title. And that's just the truth. And that's just the recipe of you don't love yourself, treat me like a doormat. Just what I wrote in there. I'm doing wifely duties, doing stuff I didn't have no business. And I had seen it for years right before my very own eyes, and I thought that was the right thing to do, but couldn't figure out for the life of me why I couldn't never keep a man, or yet alone my marriage failed. Because I thought I was doing everything right, but I was doing it all wrong. And it started up here in my mindset because this is what I was taught. Okay, you get you a decent man, he pay the bills. You got to cook, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to do whatever you do to keep your man. Now, my mama didn't allow some things, but she allowed a lot of things. And after she passed, I had to go off of what was going on in the world. So that's why it was worse for me. It was even worse for me. That's how all the other stuff went on in my life. That's how it was able to happen. The drinking and the sleeping around and all that was able to happen because, at this point, I really didn't like, okay, this is what the world doing, so I'm going to go along with the world. But that's why I tell y'all, I'm here to tell you that self-love, it's important, ladies, especially for us. You got to love self first. You cannot give someone something you just do not have. You can't do that. And I didn't have no self-love. I didn't love myself, so I couldn't give it. That post is just as depressing as it is. Because I was depressed. I was broken. And matter of fact, me and my baby daddy probably just had an argument then, and that's why I put that post up. Because I felt like he didn't love me. But the thing was, he was not able to fill the voids in my broken heart, in my emptiness. He wasn't able to fill me up. No man could. No man could mend my broken heart. No man could make me feel the way I deserve to be felt. Or treated the way, be treated and be handled the way. I was fragile. I was broken. And could no man take on that kind of project. Okay? I was a huge project. I don't care I could have did. No. Couldn't no man fix me the way God fixed me. You hear me? Only God can come in and do the work on you that needs to be done. But you have to allow him to come in and work on you. Okay? A man cannot do that. A man is not capable. And ladies, we have got to stop putting all this responsibility on a man because it's not man's responsibility. It's ours. This is our responsibility to get that relationship with God and get that self-love that God has for us. A man cannot do it. What I said last night, God, we waiting on a man to complete us. Ain't no man gonna complete you. God completes you. A man cannot do that job. They're not capable of it. And a lot of times that's why relationships fail, because we waiting on a man to come in and fill all these empty holes and stuff in our hearts when a man can't do it. Because you done poured all into him, who gonna pour back into him? That's why he out here in the street letting Susan pour into him. Because you done depleted him. He a dried up prune. You don't love me. I used to do it all the time. I can talk about it because I used to do it. And posts, and I used to do posts just like that, just to depressing. Want somebody to feel sorry for me. Want somebody to reach out. Oh, Candace, it's gonna be all right. I know how you feel, girl. Yeah, it's all right. I know you. No, no, no. I needed somebody to rein me by my neck. Say, girl, if you don't get yourself up and get on this self-love and get your confidence back, and how you gonna do that? Get your relationship with God. You gonna have to turn back to the Father. You have to turn your face to the wall. And you gonna have to cry out to God. Because only God can fix you. Ain't no Facebook post and ain't no man and no woman, no child gonna fix this. Only God can fix it. Okay? So we have to love ourselves, ladies. We have to love ourselves. We can't go out and seek some. We can't go out and say, oh, I'm going to get me a man that'll make me happy. No, that's just going to make it worse. Self-love is so important. And self-love is a mindset. Okay? It's a whole mindset. You got to have a well made up mind if you want to start loving self. Because you got the power to love yourself. I say, I love me. I am beautiful, wonderfully made. I am a queen. I am royalty. I am beautiful. I am smart. Them affirmations. That's what's going to help you. Positive affirmations. Working on your mindset. I'm telling you, when I had to do this. I know this a little long tonight, but when I looked at that, I was like, what in the world did I write? And that just simply came from not loving myself and depressed and just all the things that I do not and will not and refuse to go back to. I just want to thank God for bringing me this far, because when I look at it, I'm like, who is that? And I'm telling you, ladies, it's a lot of women out there. But this video is for you. Love you. Take care of you. It's okay to love you. It's not selfish to love you and put you first. It's okay to do something for you. You got to take care of you. If you don't take care of you, who gonna take care of you? God takes care of you, yes. But God wants you to take care of you too. He gonna see about you, but you got to see about you too. Can't break our neck for Tom, Dick, Harry, and John, because they ain't breaking their neck for you. When you need rest, rest. When you need a break, take a break. You feel like I need to get me a little getaway, do the getaway. Do it. Love you. Buy yourself something. Take yourself out. I can't stress this enough, the importance of loving yourself. Because it ain't just my posts. It's a lot of posts I come across like that. And I'm going to keep putting these videos out on self-love and self-confidence until God says, okay, that's enough. But that my post right there is a prime example. If I made it out, you can make it out. I made it out of there. You can make it out too. But you gotta want to make it out. And you gotta have a well made up mind to say, okay, I'm coming out of this. I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of being lonely and depressed. Okay, God, here I am. And let God just come in and do what he does best and make you over. Be a new creature in Christ. Become a new creature, for all old things have passed away. I say that all the time now. That's an affirmation for me. I say I am so happy and so grateful that now I am a new creature in Christ. For all old things have passed away. Okay? And that's an old thing and it's gone. And I thank God for that it's gone. So I just want to come on here and talk to y'all a little bit tonight. You know, I love y'all queens, and y'all just love on yourselves. Y'all beautiful. Y'all smart. Y'all gorgeous. Y'all, come on, queens. Y'all are not doormats. You're not a ping pong ball. You know, you're not something that somebody disrespect and walk all over you. No, you're way much more than that. You're a queen. You are a queen. Okay? So, I love you guys so much. Y'all have a blessed and safe one. Until next time.